Hi guys, welcome to the Friday Live thing with me, Mark Thompson, and my good friend Tim. Hello, Tim.
Hey Mark, I should remember to actually say something rather than just wave.
Yeah, because I tell you what, the people on podcast really don't appreciate that.
Didn't you tell me the other day actually our podcasts are blowing up? Like,
yeah,
people
we get more people viewed and watch the podcast than we do on viewing the live videos, which is really weird. And the interesting thing was our old ones. I actually dig the stats out and send you a screenshot. I mean, some of them got thousands of listens now.
Gee whiz. There we go.
I know. I'm really glad we stopped doing those.
Oh dear.
But anyway, so how's your week been?
Actually, not too bad. Yeah, I'm just trying to think. I'm always trying to think of like, oh, what exciting things have I done this week, kind of thing. And actually, it was I was chatting to a friend of mine yesterday. I was helping her with her photography business. We're going to be talking about this a little bit more in this session. But she was like, I was explaining what I do as a business owner, and like, she had this perception that I was like, this super ninja marketer doing amazingly cool different things, and I'm like, I'm sat there on my phone, and I'm like, I'm answering comments on my Facebook posts, and I'm inviting people on my phone. And it's like, that's the exciting stuff that I do for my business. It's like, it's not rocket science. It's just engagement. It's just talking to people. And it's what we've always said. It's like, if you can create great engagement and have good engagement with the audience that you have. And like, people say, I'll go the extra mile and all this kind of bollocks. It's like, no, actually, you just need to go the extra inch, because the standard, the level of like, people's businesses is so low. And I don't do things badly just for the sake of it. And obviously, don't lower yourselves to their standard, but you don't need to do that much more to really truly be successful with anything. You just need to get that little bit extra.
Yeah, it's funny because I wrote an email during the week about something sort of related. But one of the points I try to get across from it, I've only got a small list. I still only have a small list. I only want a small list. I don't want 2,000 people. I don't want 1,500. 1,000 people on the list is great, because that's 1,000 people that I can get to know. I probably know, not having met, but I'll probably know 600 or 700 people on those lists. Anyone who's been on the list for more than two months, I'll know them by their first name.
Yeah.
And I must have met about 10 to 15% of my list, maybe even more. I mean, how many marketers can say that?
Which is quite incredible, because you never leave Spain.
I know. I do occasionally. They all just come out and see me. That's all. But actually, this ties in nicely to my Friday rant.
Oh no! Here we go.
No, I find it absolutely hilarious. So there is this Instagram marketer, influencer, right? And you know how much I hate the term influencer. If someone ever says to me, "Oh yeah, I'm an influencer," I give them both barrels. I don't hold back, because being an influencer, it winds me up, that word. But on Instagram, she's got 2.6 million followers. Okay, so with 2.6 million followers, you think, do you know what? You should be able to sell stuff, wouldn't you? She did a sort of a fashion. She did her own fashion T-shirts, so a little bit like a Teespring type thing. So you say, I'm going to sell minimum of 50, right? After a week, she hadn't even sold 36, and that was her minimum. 2.6 million people, and she couldn't sell 36 T-shirts. Now, I reckon today, not that I am going to do it, if I create a T-shirt and emailed out my 1,800 people, right, I'll probably sell a little, maybe sell around about 30 of them.
Yeah.
As long as it was a good product that tied in with everything we do. And so the point of that is, look, just because someone who's got 2.6 million followers, it's no, it doesn't mean they're a good marketer. It's no indication of their marketing skills, okay? She's done, I think it was 41 posts, this woman. Her name's Ari, A-R-I-I. It is the most vacuous crap I have ever seen. It's like every post is, should I wear purple today? Oh man, it's horrible. And there's people liking this. People, get a life. Just because somebody sets up this table, puts a bathrobe on and a towel around their head going, having breakfast, right? And then you look at it and go, hang on a minute. She weighs about 4 stone wet, right? And yet there's bigger breakfast on that table that me and Tim would have. It's just, I hate this. I absolutely loathe it. There is no excuse for not marketing properly. And marketing properly is exactly what you said. Just engage with people. If you've got 100 people on your list, you're probably going to do better than she's doing.
Absolutely.
Okay? Because if you've got 100 people and you engage with them, talk to them, treat them like real people, get out there. I've been working on my Facebook ads. We're not going to go into Facebook ads today because we've got something special planned, or Tim has. But I mean, on my Facebook ads, but generally speaking, I have an engagement series. Right, I have a series that runs videos and stuff like that, basically to segment out people from, let's say, interested in affiliate marketing to more specific interests. Who wants to do affiliate marketing about something? Okay. Or people who are pissed off with affiliate marketing, not being successful. I'm trying to take them out of that huge audience. And then what I'll do is I will send them to a free report, get them to log in, get them to opt in to a free report or something. Okay. That's pretty much how I do it with marketing. Then they've got the email marketing coming up afterwards to actually sell things down the line. Morning, Mark. Morning, Dave. And so what I'm thinking, do you know what? If you do it slightly differently, so you have your attraction type ads, so you run your videos and stuff like that. But as soon as somebody views one of those videos, you then start maybe 3 days of don't even need a link click on it. So authority. So hey, I was glad to be I featured in Health and Fitness magazine. Drop some testimonials in front of them. Okay, don't drop testimonial and say click here. But just drop testimonials so you're still front of mind. Have your branding on that testimonial, so they go, oh, okay. So you're not selling them, still not selling them anything. So do that for 3 or 4 days. Then try and sell something. Well, then try and get the opt-in. I mean, the other thing I'm going to do is when someone opts in, okay, they're going to see an ad from me that says, hey, well done, you opted in. Thanks. Okay, it's going to cost me a load of money. But I guarantee that when I look at the ROAS column on that ad, thank you, will have something, a decent level of ROAS, because when they see the adverts a few weeks later or a few days later for selling, I'm fresh in front of their mind. It's like indoctrination. It's not though. It's pretty like NLP with ads, because they're constantly seeing your advert and stuff from you that's not particularly selling to them. It's not offensive. It's not trying to take money out of their pocket. When they do finally see something to try to take money out of your pocket, they hopefully react a lot better. So you get higher sales at the end, but you will have slightly more costs leading up to it. So that's what I'm going to test. I'm going to set it up next week and test it.
See, so it's interesting that the whole engagement thing on your Facebook ads and your Facebook posts and all that kind of stuff, and what to put in front of people. It's like people ask me, there you go. I knew there was something different about Mark today. People say, the Facebook comments, what do you do? Like, I respond to every single comment. And since I think about November last year, I've responded to every single comment on every single post on Facebook and Instagram.
Is that what wives are for?
Sorry?
Is that what wives are for?
Yeah. Dear. But even if I'm not even going to go there,
she's just behind you, isn't she?
It's that over there. You completely missed that as well. So good, probably a good thing. I say respond to every single comment, and it's like people go, well, why do you do that? And it's like, well, even if it's somebody just tagging a friend in a comment and tagging them to a post, and I'll say, hey John, thanks very much for tagging folk. I really appreciate it. If you guys have got any questions, just give us a shout. I'm not trying to sell them anything. I'm just I'm opening up that customer service loop, if you like. And
another ad you could run in that middle section would be, hey, if you enjoyed it, if you enjoyed whatever if you enjoyed the ingredients, why not tag a friend?
Yeah.
because you can't do that in or share and like. You can't do that if you're, or you won't get any range from that if you do it on your Facebook page. But if you run an ad, you're still going to get range.
Yeah, exactly. And it's stuff like that where you just go, okay, it's creating that engagement, and because it's opening that customer service loop. It's not done in a tactful way. I'm not doing it as a tactic. I actually genuinely give a crap when somebody has taken that 10 seconds.
You're not a proper marketer.
To tag somebody to tell them about my company and my products. And it's like, of course, if I met somebody in a cafe and they were like a friend of mine and they were like, oh, I was telling a friend of mine about Greens the other day. What am I going to do? Am I going to go sit there and say nothing? No, I'm going to go, oh, cool. Thanks, Sarah. I really, really appreciate that, because it is a genuine
as well.
But that's the thing, is like, so many people go, why do you answer these comments? It's like, well, because that's just genuinely, I do care, and I think it's an important thing to do. But from a tactical point of view, it makes a big difference to everybody else who sees that advert and they see all the comments and they see the response to every single comment. It then reduces my return on ad spend. Increases my return on ad spend, increases my click-through rate. It does everything. It makes a massive difference. So my budget goes further. Anyway, that's not what we wanted to talk about today at all.
What you want to talk about? Jim, what do you want to talk about today?
What do I want to talk about? This may be a strategy that a lot of people have come across before. And I know a lot of people who listen to our stuff, they tend to be service providers. They'll provide they offer a service, and this goes for products as well. But a lot of people are service providers, or they offer a service of some description. And there's a strategy that is quite well known, but it's a way of ensuring that you always have people to contact, people that you're never stuck for ideas of who and where to market to next, or who to contact next. And it's kind of a sort of a mashup of the Dream 100 strategy. And if you've ever come across the Dream 100 strategy, I don't know who came up with the original one. Justin Brooks talked about it a lot in his stuff, and various other marketers have talked. I think Frank Kern's talked about it over the years as well, and blah 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 blah. Anyway, so yesterday we got a friend of ours. She's just finished a degree, and she's actually trying to set up she's got a business which is as a photographer, which has absolutely nothing to do with her degree. And so she's been doing the occasional photography gig, weddings and stuff like that. And she was wanting help, and how can I grow that business? Because I don't want to do the thing with my degree. I want to do something completely different. I want to do the photography thing. So I walked her through a very, very simple process of identifying what assets that she already owns right now, and also, excuse me, who else does she want to get in contact with? So we walked through this very, very simple process. So I started off, the first thing I asked her to do was write down everybody that you have a business relationship with, everybody that you know that can help you with your business. So basically a list of people and businesses that you already have a good relationship with. So you write down that whole long list, and when you do that process, you figure out, I actually know quite a lot of people, one-on-one relationships. And the way I kind of framed it was, make sure that the people that you have, you could pick up the phone, you could send an email, you could send a text message, you could send a WhatsApp or Facebook Messenger or whatever. You could send them a message and go, "Hi John, it's Ellie here. Blah 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 blah," and they know exactly who you are straight away. They wouldn't need to know your surname. They would just know it's Ellie, kind of thing. So that's the idea behind that first list. And that list is quite important. We'll come back to that list in a second. The second list you're going to create is people that you don't have a relationship with, or companies, or places that you don't have a relationship right now, but you would like to. Okay, and they could be everything from a local business that you've seen around but you've never made a contact with, right the way up to the sort of the mega dream client kind of thing. And this is like, you know, we were talking about, she likes taking photographs of cars, and was like, well, what's the dream client for that? And it's Porsche. And I was like, yeah, that would be amazing. Put Porsche down as like being a contact, you know, somebody that you would love to have a relationship with. Now, it doesn't necessarily need to be a full-blown sort of contract and job and whatever with them. It's just like, I'd like them to, you know that I do photography, and at some point, if they need somebody for a shoot, then they would contact me, kind of thing. So that's kind of the idea. And you go ahead and you write down that long list of 100 people and companies, and you know whatever it might be that you want a relationship with. So I sent away to do those, and because she's a wedding photographer, a lot of the stuff that she already had a relationship with was friends, businesses that she already knows the person who runs that business, places where she's already done weddings, so she knows wedding organizers in certain venues and things like that. She might know the old florist, or somebody who's got a wedding dress baker, whatever you want to call them, and all that kind of stuff. So she already has a good strong set of relationships she's already got there. The thing is like the Dream 100 list is, well, how do I get in contact with that Dream 100? You don't want to ever go into that list cold. You don't want to be approaching them cold. So you go back to your original list, the people that you know already, and find somebody within your list of people that you already have a relationship with who could put you in touch with somebody to get you to that dream person, the person in your dream list. And you never end up, you're always in a situation where you're going, okay, well, who do I want to contact? Who have I already got a relationship with? How can they connect me to that? And it's like you've always got somebody to cross over that barrier.
Yeah.
And the thing is, you've also got, for me, for Lean Greens, and if you want to put this into a product related thing, is that you go, okay, so what affiliates or what businesses already have access to the customers that I want? How can I create an affiliate relationship with them? Who knows that person that I can like get in contact, make that introduction to, so it's not a cold introduction, to then create the affiliate account to then get access to their customers. So that's, 2 lists that you've got. Third list that you've got to have is your current assets, current business assets. Now, for most people, certainly in the online world, your assets, your primary assets, is your customer list and your prospect lists. And it's like having an idea of an asset is something that you have access to, a group of people that you already, you can already like send an email to, or you can put a post up on Facebook. So it could be your Facebook page list, your Facebook groups, it could be your Instagram following, it could be subscribers on your YouTube channel. It can be an email list of your customers, an email list of your prospects. It can be all sorts of different assets. Those are our assets for our business. And the thing with those assets is they're actually quite interesting, that sometimes those assets are people that can put you in touch with people in the Dream 100 list. And it's like you can almost put a shout out to somebody on Facebook, go, I'm trying to make a contact with somebody at Porsche. Does anybody have a relationship with like the garage manager at Edinburgh Porsche, for example? And like out of like all of your contacts and all of your subscribers and all of your customers and all the people on Facebook and all the people on Instagram, there will be somebody, at least one person, who has that relationship and has that contact that can make that introduction to, get you get the foot in the door and get you past the gatekeeper and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So those 3 lists are actually like, something that I think everybody needs to sit down and write. And it doesn't matter. It works for me as a product, like as an e-commerce owner, as much as it works for somebody who's got a service like a photography business. Everybody can create those lists. And it means that, for example, Monday morning, Sam and I went into Edinburgh to do a bit of brainstorming and get away from our usual office and all that kind of stuff. And it's like the conversations we have about what we're going to do next, who we're going to contact, what promotion are we going to run next, that kind of stuff is very, very simple. It's like, okay, which segment of our audience, of our lists, of our assets that we already have, who haven't we spoken to in a while? What offer can we put in front of them? Okay, affiliate stuff. We want to do some more affiliate things. Okay, our number one affiliate, Chris, he does a huge amount of affiliate commissions, £600 to £1,000 a month in affiliate commissions with us, which for a £5 affiliate commission for each customer is huge. So he's making a huge amount of affiliate commissions. So what is he doing this month to promote, to get more customers on his end? How can I help him with that so that then it feeds into us? So that's the conversations that you have around the different assets that you have, and that the Dream 100 or Dream 1000, the people that you want to get in contact with. So quite powerful, hugely powerful.
I mean, another way of you're saying, Matt, not going in cold, using lumpy mail as a first point of contact. Send them a mug with your stuff on it. It's going to sit on their desk for years to come, or at least someone's desk at Porsche.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
but and as long as and here's the. I saw an email. It was actually an email list that I subscribed to a wee while ago. I don't know whether you still open his stuff. A guy called Du.
Yeah, no, he's really good. I haven't opened his stuff for a while, but yeah, it's amazing.
Literally an email he sent yesterday. I'm going to see if I can dig it out just very, very quickly, because I really, really liked the approach, and it actually related to a huge amount to what I was talking about with our friend Ellie yesterday about her photography business. And it's that creating a connection with somebody. So it's like somebody you want to connect with somebody on an authentic level.
Yeah.
And it's like the word authenticity is a massively overused and abused term. And it's like, if you have to try to be authentic, you're not being authentic. It's just be authentic because you are.
Yeah.
And it's approaching people and contacts genuinely with an interest in their business as well as your business too. It's kind of like, go in with a mindset of, because we were looking at, give you an example that will help with this. It's like there was for my photography friend's business, she was looking at different venues for wedding venues, and she was looking at their websites. And as a photographer, she looks at the imagery a huge amount. And she was like, oh my God, these photographs are horrific for this venue, absolutely awful. And I'm like, yeah, but when you go to approach them, it's kind of like going, you're not going to go, by the way, your pictures on your website suck ass. That's not going to work, okay, as an introduction. However, it's like going to them and saying, you find out who the wedding coordinator is for that venue, and you approach them and go, hey, I'd love to take 10 photographs to show off the best aspects of your venue so you can update your website to hopefully help you get more people to have weddings at your venue. I'm willing to spend half a day, I'll come to you for half a day, I'll give you 10 photographs, I'll do them for free, and we can sit down and talk about how we can have a relationship going forward, kind of thing. And it's truly authentic, because it's going, well, I want to help you get more business, by improving the imagery. My expertise in photography is, being able to get more, to improve their business, essentially. So that's, stuff that you can do to approach people and approach those contacts. And even better if it's done in a way that it's not cold, it's not completely cold. You've got somebody who's made the intro or made a connection, and do it that way.
Because I remember I put you onto people who actually did handwritten in calligraphic cards.
Yeah.
You use them?
We didn't, but what we've done instead, and we've basically taken that, because we have a thank you card that we send to every new customer. And we actually have our admin team that literally are like 2 minutes walk away from my office right now. So they're virtual assistants, but they're virtually 2 minutes walk away. So they actually handwrite a thank you card for every single customer. And people, I was at an Amazon meetup a couple of weeks ago, and like they couldn't believe it. It's like, so you don't put it inside of the product like packaging or anything like that? No, we send it separately with a separate stamp and a separate envelope. It arrives separately from the main product. And it's like, but why would you do that? It's like, because nobody else is.
Yeah.
Nobody else is taking the time to handwrite. If somebody's going to spend 45, actually the average is about 57, 58 pounds with us for their first order, they're going to spend 58 pounds. I'm going to pay somebody to sit and handwrite a thank you letter, because ultimately the lifetime value of that customer is potentially thousands in some cases for some of our customers. So, it's like going that extra inch for like, the extra pound or the £1.50 that it cost me for somebody to handwrite it, stick it in an envelope and stick it in the post. But it makes a massive difference.
Tim's got a customer on the call. Your email sequence and card is impressive and highly memorable, Tim.
Exactly.
I mean, I know somebody listening to this call right now who sells Danish mid-century furniture or Scandinavian mid-century furniture. Will be sending out thank you cards to all his new clients. Guarantee it, because it works and it keeps you front of mind, and people go, "Can you believe this?"
Yeah, because nobody else does it. When was the last time? When was the last time you got a handwritten thank you card from somebody that you bought something on the internet from? When was the last time?
What you did say? Thank you from all your friends at Lean Greens.
Give me a second. I'll find the card.
Cool. Good idea.
Sorry, carry on talking.
Okay, I would, because that would be silly not to. Kevin's also said the highest response rate he's ever got is with snail mail, is by using fluorescent envelopes. They got opened. When I used to have a mortgage company, I used to send out stuff in envelopes that looked like they were tax demands, because they always got opened as well.
So envelopes, I've just found that's where the envelopes are. In the big box. In the big box of envelopes.
That says envelopes on it.
It does say envelope on it, yeah. So,
maybe describe this now for the podcast listeners.
So what I'm showing on the screen, basically, we get printed a bunch of cards. Okay, so we got somebody to do a funky design, just basically U-Rock. It's got our logo, which is actually the wrong logo at the moment, so we need to change that, Sam. Just realised that's the wrong logo. On the inside, it's blank. Okay, so that's where we write the genuine thank you. Okay. So handwritten. Hey Jane, just a quick thank you to for being so cool. You rock. For buying Lean Greens. Any questions? Just give us a shout. Okay, that's it. There's no offer on the inside. There's no like pitching or anything like that. It is a genuine thank you. Okay. On the back, we do actually have something which is like, why not try our other products? And it's got a list of all of our other products. And you can see it says visit Amazon, because this is the card that goes to all new Amazon customers. So we do this for every Amazon customer. We have a different one, which basically says visit leangreens.com to buy your Lean Greens if they've bought from leangreens.com. So
and you always put a coupon code on the back for your next purchase.
We don't actually.
But you could do.
We could do, but we used to, but nobody ever used it.
Even better.
So the other part of it as well is, obviously it goes in an envelope. I don't know, do we handwrite the address on the front? No. So it's the address on the front is on a label. I couldn't remember or not. So basically, bright green envelope as well. It goes in. When was the last time you got a postcard, a card, or anything in a bright green envelope? It stands out. It's going to get opened. So people go, well, why would you do that? I was like, well, actually, we don't know whether it works, and we can't really tell, even though we put things like discount codes and special links and all that kind of stuff on there and all that governance. Really, you just don't know.
Yeah, but this is like what we were saying last week, the week before. Your marketing is a whole thing. It's not that Facebook ad might not make the sale. However, like for example, with me, I put $150 worth of ads through Ad Zombies. I saw their advert 6 months ago. That ad would not got attributed to a purchase. According to the guy at Zombies, his best channel is through organic traffic coming to his site. He's wrong. His best channel is everything put together, because if your branding is strong, people remember it. Ad Zombies, I remembered it. I went to Ad Zombies, placed the order. So he thinks I came organically to his site. He doesn't realize that the advert that he was running was what actually got their brand in my sort of universe.
The thing is, you never know. You never know which thing is actually working. And it's like, here's the thing, we get enough people commenting about the envelope for us to justify, the thank you cards. We get enough people saying, thank you. It was a really nice touch getting the thank you card. We get enough people saying that for us to go, actually, this is worthwhile. And it's the same with like the Bonjoros. So like, obviously Mark and I have talked about Bonjoro quite a lot before. We actually did a podcast with the guys from Bonjoro about a year ago as well, a year and a half ago.
I might actually try and dig that out, because that's well worth listening to.
So one of the things that we've been doing with Bonjoro recently is we've been trying to up our game a little bit. So like, again, for every single new customer, we send out a video thank you. So Sam sits and records a 15 to 30 second long video for every single new customer saying, hey guys, thanks very much. We've just invested in something, a really, really like mega tool to help us with this, to get the open rates and the view rates much, much higher for Bonjoro. You want to see what it is?
Yeah, I can guess it's going to be something really funny.
I don't know whether you can see that. Hold on. Is it? So we've got a light up thing. So we basically put their name in the background. So it's behind Sam when she's taking the Bonjoro, and it says thank you. And this is the thumbnail that we use. And it's basically got a thumbnail of the thank you grant, and more people open it and view that video.
How much did that cost you?
We went to Argos. It cost 10 quid.
See? Right.
But these are the extra inches that you go that all of a sudden, like, it's that marginal gains. It's that every single time you just go, okay, how come somebody, it was years ago, actually, one of my very first business mentors, he told me about a strategy that he learned about how to run your business. And it's like, you have the ow, how, and wow strategy. Okay. And you've got 3 columns, like our thing, which we talked about earlier. And for your business, you write down all the things that are, when you look at everything that you do in your business and you go, that's a bit painful, that's an ow. So like when you go into a restaurant, the restaurant's gorgeous and the food's great, but you go into the toilets and they're absolutely minging. That's an ow, okay? The how is basically everything that you do in your business, and it's just like, well, that's how we do what we do in our business. That's just how we do it. The wow column is everything that makes people go, oh my God, that's amazing. That's like, really, really special, really, really clever. It's the postcard and the everything else. It's all those things that are wows. So all the time we're trying to eliminate everything that might be an ow and take everything from a how to a wow. Does that make sense?
Brilliant.
Very, very simple strategy.
So that's going to be the title of this live. It's going to be, and podcast, it's going to be how to go from how to wow.
No, out to wow.
Going to go out to wow.
Yeah.
I can't even say it.
I know.
But honestly, it is the simple things like that. I mean, Bonjoro. I mean, we've talked about it loads of times. I've been using it for well over a year now. Okay. I don't know why people don't use it. I can't imagine anyone not.
That's a ridiculous thing. The version we use is free, right? Yeah, it's free.
You're a free one still.
We're still on the free one. The thing is, a lot of the stuff that's in the fancy pants version that you pay for, we don't use it. So it's like we're on the free version.
What nice thing of that? I've been paying for it. But the thing is, right? Because I first started using Bonjoro for sales, so I would send a Bonjoro out, and it would have a link. People click the link, go straight to a Thrive cart. Done. Okay, the easiest sales ever. Seriously, absolutely easiest sales ever. I did one a few weeks ago, and it was a 75% conversion rate. Actually, no, 80%. So I sent out 10 and 8 converted. 7 or 8. It's between 70 and 80% conversion rate.
So our friend Ellie, the photographer, we introduced her to Bonjoro, told about Bonjoro, and she got a somebody contacting her, basically asking about whether she could do a family photograph. So like, we're coming up to like where your area would like to do some lovely family photos that we can put like, up in the house and all that kind of stuff. So really, really nice family photos. So we told Ellie about Bonjoro, and we said, right, just send her, in response to her inquiry, just send her like a quick video, and like stand in front of like your mobile phone and record this video through Bonjoro and basically say, hi, it's Ellie here. I just thought I'd like to put a face to a name and tell you a little bit about how we work and how we think the thing's going to go. Anyway, she sent off her video, and the woman came back and she was utterly blown away by the fact that somebody had taken the 30 seconds, she was utterly blown away because it was like, oh, it's so nice to see your face. It's so nice to actually hear your voice and understand who it is that we're working with. Because obviously taking a photograph of somebody is a very personal thing. And the more personal contact that you can have with that person, it comes back to that authentic communication thing again. And but those things are so simple to do. They cost you, as with Bonjoro, it costs you nothing. It takes 30 seconds. Like, just do it, guys, please.
Just do it. Yeah, in fact, I'm a little bit behind, so people are going to get a lot of Bonjoros over the next few days who joined. I'll try and do one for everyone who's joined the foundation in the last month.
Ian's comment, let's just come up on the screen. It says, but if the product and offer isn't any good or doesn't fit, none of it matters. And it's actually, if the product's crap, then that's your own damn fault.
Yeah.
Very simply. Okay. However, if the offer isn't good or doesn't fit, it's because of the people that you're putting in front of. It's saying none of that matters. So my argument with that is, like, we get people commenting on our stuff all the time, on my posts all the time, going, £45 for that. That's outrageous. I could just buy a cabbage. And my normal response to those sort of things, the guy who mentioned, just buy a cabbage, and I was like, you could probably buy 45 cabbages for that, as a wind up. Anyway, but people see that I'm being genuine, authentic about it. Yeah. The whole thing about, like, if somebody says it's too expensive, it's like it's just not for you then, and it's my mistake for putting it in front of them. So my targeting has to be better.
I always think of it as, you're going through the desert and a thirsty man comes up to you. He doesn't want a steak. He wants water. So if you offer him water, he's going to take it. If you offer him a steak, he's going to crawl onto the next guy.
Yeah.
So you just got to have the offer. So basically, for all the affiliate stuff I've been doing, I've been targeting people not who want to learn affiliate marketing, but people who have tried affiliate marketing, actually doing affiliate marketing and not having success. So that's who I want as a target market. So I start off my adverts with, are you frustrated with affiliate marketing? If the answer is no, they're not the type of person I want to target. Okay. If in the next batch of ads, I want to get on people who want to learn affiliate marketing, I'll say exactly that. Want to learn affiliate marketing? Grab our free course.
Yep.
That's as simple as it is. Your advert can basically get the people that you want onto it. Anybody who's a successful affiliate marketer, they won't respond to the second ad I said there.
Let's say, going back to Ian's thing a little bit, because I understand where he's coming from, and it's like all of these little things, like whether it's commenting on Facebook posts or like setting up a dream list, Dream 100, and all these little extra inches that you're going. Those are the things that they're the difference between, like, having a mediocre business that kind of fizzles out and dies and one that is continually growing. And it's like, for us, these little things, the return on investment is we cannot quantify it. It's impossible for us to do so. Yeah. But what we can see is that people, like, buy from us more often, they buy more stuff from us, and they stay with us longer, and that's really, what grows our business, and so each of those little things will make the difference. It's like, you can go into like, I don't know, there's so many of these like burger restaurants are popping up, like gourmet burger things, and it's like they're all the same thing. None of them do anything particularly spectacular. However, there's a restaurant in Edinburgh called the Chop House, and it's like steak and burgers and all that kind of stuff, and they do everything just that little bit better. It's a little bit more pricey, but it's like they just do everything a little bit better, and it stands out because like the way that you're spoken to, but by the people who run the business and people who are there, the bathrooms are clean, absolutely spotless, and like you can see the chefs working in the background, and like the kitchens are spotless, and like the way it's presented, and it's nothing is taken for granted. Yeah. It's like they've taken that extra mile, that extra little inch.
When you want or need something, price isn't an option. Price very rarely comes into the factoring. It's very rarely factored into it.
Exactly.
If I'm looking for a new Lavalier mic, I'm going to look for the best Lavalier mic that I can actually afford. I'm not going to look for a cheap one. I'm not going to get one for 10 quid because I can afford that. But I'll be looking for one for like 150, 200, because as long as it's going to be way better than a $10 one or £10 one. So a lot of people, I know we've gone off track again. There's a range, but a lot of people go, oh yeah, I have to price my product at this price to get in the market. No, you don't. You have to be better than everyone else in the market.
Mm-hmm.
And go a little bit further. If somebody goes on to, let's say, had Lean Greens, they've had your Bonjoro, they've had your card, and they go back onto Amazon to buy some more greens drinks. Are they going to go for the cheaper one, or are they going to go for you?
Exactly.
I'd like to think at least 95% of them will go for you because they want to see what you send them next for free.
Well, that's the thing. It's like, people, I don't know what people kind of expect me to say when they say, oh, your product's too expensive.
That one, Ian's just said, it's showing you care and have a pride in what you're doing. Yes, yeah. Yes. Exactly.
And this is actually, kind of to my point. It's like, a guy said to me the other day, he'd actually bought Lean Greens, but he said, I don't know how you can justify, like, I can't justify paying £45 for this every single month. And it's like, I said, but I can't justify skimping on product quality or the service that we deliver and everything else that we do to help our clients get the results that they want.
Yeah.
I don't want to have a mediocre product. I don't want to ever have a mediocre product. That's why it's £45. It's because it's not a mediocre product. And that's my justification to myself. It's not to to try and justify to a prospective repeat customer. It's like, no, I'm just not willing to go for the cheap route. So price is irrelevant for most people, because if people really truly want something, they'll justify it. And if you do all the things that we do really well, though, going that extra inch with everything, then it does. It shows that care and pride in what we do. And we actually give a damn about our customers. We actually care that they're actually going to take the product and get results from it. So funny that, isn't it?
Private jets.
Yeah.
That's what we should be doing. Not providing great service to customers and putting the customer first. No, we should take photographs on private jets.
It's kind of like the ultimate put off almost for a lot of the stuff. It's like, well, I'm hiring your agency and it's costing me a fortune to hire your agency, and you're flying a private jet.
Yeah.
Okay.
Who would do that?
Is most of my monthly dibs, are they actually going towards the fuel for your private jet?
Did you see the photo I posted in the foundation during the week?
I haven't. No.
It was Grant Cardone on a private jet, Ty Lopez on a private jet, Frank Kern on a private jet, Russell Brunson with Grant Cardone on a private jet. I mean, there is a sort of, I am sure they hired one photographer and hired a private jet between them and took all the photographs. parked a Ferrari out the front and took a photograph on that. It makes me cringe.
On the runway and have a photo shoot in it.
You can, yeah, that's right. Actually, I remember this. There's we were at an event
in Russia. The front part of the private jet.
That's it. It was a TV program. It was that the thing about the fire festival.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It was the end of the fire festival, and they were talking about like how influencers, that lovely word that we all love, how you can hire a private jet in Russia for a day to get your photograph taken in it.
When we meet up a couple of times, we'll do a whole load of influencer photographs just for a laugh.
We'll have to do it. I know in Seville. I'm off to Spain in a couple of weeks, and I'm going to meet up Mark in sunny Seville. She's only a couple of hours down the road from him, and I know you can get those horse and cart rides around the city. Yeah. We're going to do an influencer photo shoot on the horse and cart.
Yeah, exactly.
This is our private jet, man.
Best tapas in the world.
Right, that's it.
Right, that's probably about it. Look, guys, if you're not yet a member of the foundation, go to members.seriousmarketersonly.com. I've got it there somewhere. There it is. Come and join us, because this is the type of stuff we talk about all week long, all day, every day. If you ever have any questions about doing marketing or this type of stuff, please just ask us. We're here. We're happy to give you the answers and help you out. Yeah. Right. Have a good week, Tim.
You too. I'll speak to you soon.
Yeah. And we are going to try and do the live from Seville.
Yeah.
I don't know how are we going to do it?
Yeah. Well, next week it will be just normal, and then the week after that, that's when we're in Seville. So, yeah.
If anyone's got any guests they want to come on, let us know. We'll get them on. We're happy to have anyone on our show. We're not fussy.
You've noticed.
So yeah, honestly, it's just yeah. In fact, if anyone knows Russell Brunson, can they ask him if he wants to come on our show? But don't show him anyone's beforehand. That would be fun. No, we'd be nice because we're nice people. But yeah, cool. See you later, mate.
I'll speak to you later. Have a good week, guys.
Bye.